If you put two people with synesthesia together and get them to compare notes as to how they experience things, often they will disagree wildly and they will feel affronted that somebody says that the letter A is a different colour to how they experience it. But if you take a large group of synesthetes and then look to see whether there are any trends, you do find some fairly striking trends. So if you think about colours for letters and numbers, about 40% of synesthetes think that the letter A is red, about 60% of synesthetes think that the letter O is white or black or transparent. C tends to be yellow, for example. And there are certain rules that determine how things get paired together. And some of these rules don't seem to be present in non-synesthetes if you ask them to generate colours for letters. So if you ask non-synesthetes to generate colours for, say, the letter O, they might say it's orange because they're using these verbal associations. Now, synesthetes do this, but to a far less degree than people in the general population. And what they tend to rely on are things like the shape. So we know it's to do with the shape because you can take 3 or 4-year-old children, for example, and they tend to think that the letter O is white because they haven't learned to spell and they don't think that the O is orange. But they probably don't have synesthesia. The letter C tends to be yellow, and this also is almost certainly to do with the shape, and you can look at similar shaped letters and show that they have similar colours. But also how common letters are also is related to the colour. So the more common letters of the alphabet tend to have common colours like red, yellow, green, black, white, and uncommon letters tend to have uncommon colours like purple or dirty shades and less saturated shades rather than the kind of the purer colours. So there are these rules that determine how things get paired together. Some of them are shared between synesthetes and the general population, and some of them seem to be fairly special to synesthetes, or at least they're stronger and more robust in the synesthetes. So one prediction is that languages which use the letters in different ways, for example, if the letter W or X happens to be very common in another language and these letters aren't common in English, then we would expect them to have a different set of colours associated with them. But as yet, we just don't know whether that's true.